It's not an international episode, but it feels like one. Lay's is taking us around the globe with some international flavors. Hello, Goblins and Goblinettes. Welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. As always, this is the first video in a new location, so there may be a bit of a learning curve here. So apologies if the lighting isn't the perfect setting, if we're getting a reflection, if the audio is not good. One bad thing about this place that we're staying in is there is an incredible echo in here, so hopefully it's not too bad. It's a beautiful place that we're staying in. This is the first full-length video that I am filming in St. Louis. If you have been watching all of my videos, you've already seen this background behind me, this beautiful painting behind me. The Count actually did a short here not that long ago, and then maybe if you saw on Old Guy in Colorado's channel, I was part of that milkshake challenge. You saw the kitchen there that we are in currently as well. So you have seen a couple of videos. This is the first one where I really get to introduce everything, tell you guys a little bit about where we are, what's going on here. We have arrived in St. Louis. Usually when we get to a new area, I try to do a video really fast, to put one out just kind of as an introduction to the area, let you know what's happening. This one, we actually have been here in St. Louis for a couple of weeks now, and the reason that this one is a little bit late is because one of the disturbing trends, I guess would be the word, that I'm seeing here is that new snacks are a little bit tougher to find here. So hopefully maybe it's just the fact of me not looking in the right places yet, having to discover where those really good snack spots are. But you know, I've been all over this country, and I've noticed that certain regions get some of the newer snacks a little bit quicker than others. Florida is great for that. You know, if a company announces something is coming out, pretty much that same day you can go out and find it. Maine was kind of hit or miss. West Virginia is pretty good. But, you know, here it looks like it might be a little harder. It might take a little longer for some of those new snacks to come out. So I guess we will see how things go. I did bring along Mothman with me. I am going to be getting a more appropriate St. Louis mug at some point, but for right now, we have Mothman. I haven't found anything yet that really has said, you know what, you should add that to the collection, so we'll see how that goes. And not to worry, I did bring along all of the zany characters that live on my channel as well. So everybody's here, Grandma's here, the Count is here, Chef is here. Haven't seen Peter Columbus. Has anybody seen Peter? Did anybody see him on the bus? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with Peter Columbus. We'll have to monitor that. He was saying something about he wanted to talk to me about his pay. I'm not really sure what's happening there, but we will monitor that and see what's going on there. Okay, let's get started. Lay's has come out with 3 flavors, international flavors, and at this point, these aren't really all that brand new. They've been out for a while. I haven't gotten around to them, and I haven't been able to find them up to this point. But each one of them is inspired by a flavor from a different country. So there's also a contest that's going on, and it seems like you have until the end of September for this contest. I guess you scan the QR code or something on here, and you can win a trip. I don't know if it's an international trip or what the details are, but you can check that out on the bags. You could win a vacation, it says. So there we go. We'll start with this one. This one is honey butter flavor, and this one is inspired by the tastes of Korea. This says, enjoy these honey butter flavored chips inspired by taste of Korea. These are 160 calories for 15 chips. Let's see what we get with honey butter. I will be doing a Taste of St. Louis video at some point as well. I'm starting to already gather some of the local things that, culinary things that St. Louis is known for. There are some really interesting dishes here, so I'm gonna see how many of those I can acquire. I do smell a sort of a sweetness off of these. I'm assuming that's the honey. I guess we'll see if it translates to a flavor, a honey butter flavor. Chips look nice. They seem like they're in pretty good shape. I love Lay's potato chips. I love this cut of chips that Lay's does. I think they have the perfect thickness. I think they have the perfect cook on these. I think they put the appropriate amount of salt and seasoning on them. Let's see how they do honey butter, inspired by the taste of Korea. Wow. When I was gathering these, when I was looking at these, I was thinking, you know, the honey butter ones are probably not going to be my favorite overall. They're probably going to be my least favorite. That's a really good flavor on this, and it's a very strong flavor. It's a nice, bold flavor. There's a sweetness to it. There is that butteriness to it. The butter part is definitely there. These are already better than I had anticipated. I really hope they pull off the other two flavors because they've got a great start with this one. Honey butter, this is a hit. We'll see, this may end up being the big winner, but we got two more to go. This one's very, very good. All right, we will bring out Mothman, we will cleanse the palate, and we will move on. Okay, this next one is the wavy cut. It is inspired by tastes of Greece, and it is tzatziki flavor. Who doesn't love tzatziki? It is one of my favorite sauces. I love Greek food, gyros especially. I love that tzatziki sauce flavor. I love the cucumberness of it, if that's an appropriate word. These are 150 calories for 13 chips. Wow, that is an interesting aroma. I don't know that it exactly smells like tzatziki to me, but there's something different there. There's a garlicky aroma, but there's some kind of a freshness that's coming off of it. Something that reminds me of maybe like a dill plant or something like that. That is interesting. That is a very unique aroma, a very pleasant aroma coming off of these, and makes me can't wait to try this chip. Here we go, tzatziki flavored. Oh yeah. Wow, they have nailed that tzatziki flavor. It has the cucumber tang. It has the creaminess of the yogurt, in the sauce itself. The only thing I would say about these, and let me take one more and then I'll say. Yeah, the only thing I would say about these is that I wish the flavor were a little bit stronger. It's not as bold of a flavor as the honey butter is. It's a good flavor. There's no reason for them to hide it. I think they just needed to put a little bit more seasoning on here. They have definitely replicated the tzatziki flavor. I think it just needs to be a little bit stronger. I always find it interesting how some of these flavors that come out all at the same time, some of them will be wavy, some of them will be original cut. How did they decide? All right, Mothman one more time, and then one more flavor to go. Okay, we'll see what they do with this one, because this one could be spicy. Masala. So this one is inspired, of course, by the tastes of India. 150 calories for 15 chips. I always find it interesting, too, how the calorie counts change on these. Now, I understand the last ones were wavy, so you get a fewer chips in there for your calories. Okay, I didn't even see, and I still don't see anywhere on the package that say these are kettle cooked, but these are kettle cooked. So again, we've got a regular cut, we've got a wavy cut, and we've got a kettle cut. How did they decide who gets which flavor? I don't know, but here is masala flavor from Lay's, inspired by the tastes of India. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a few things going on here, and none of them are good. There's There's a weird flavor on this. There's a heat. There is a strong heat level on this, and it didn't kick in until I swallowed. But boy, that really builds up on your tongue, and that was just one chip. Wow, there is a strong heat that hits you in the back of the throat, right on your tongue, but it's after you swallow the chip that heat really kicks in. There's also a flavor on this that I don't like at all. It's sort of like an egginess. There's an egg flavor to it. I don't know where that's coming from, but it shouldn't be there. These are also not the strongest kettle cooked chips that I have ever had. They're a little too thin, and they're not as crunchy as kettle cooked chips should be. This one is not impressing me. I don't like this one at all. Nothing about this one appeals to me. I don't like the cook on the chips. I don't like the flavor. I think the flavor, for whatever reason, there's an egg flavor to it that shouldn't be there and that I don't like. We'll throw this one out. We'll just disregard this one. And we're going to say that Tzatziki is very good. Needs to be a little bit stronger of a flavor. This one, the honey butter, this is our big winner. This is excellent. This is a 3-star seal of approval. Okay, there we go. 3 international flavors from Lay's, available for a limited time only. Pick those up if you would like to try them for yourself. Definitely pick up the honey butter. First video from St. Louis. You will see this background more as I film more of these videos here. We are here for 6 months, so we'll see what we can find in that time. I will catch you next time.